What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the third edition of Stand Up TV. My name is Alex. I'm a Zumi store manager coming from my own store here in Lakeland, Florida.
Hey, y'all, this is Garfield, also a Zumi store manager coming to you live from my store in Georgia. Alex, I am so stoked to be here live and in store with you, my man. How are things going in Florida?
Man, it is really hot and really COVID-y, but I really can't complain. How's everything in Georgia, man?
Everything's looking good in Georgia, man. Everybody's just enjoying the nice weather just as much as Florida, I promise you. So, Alex, for everyone who wasn't able to tune in last time, can you tell our audience what exactly is Stand Up TV?
So that's a pretty good question, Garfield. Stand Up TV is a monthly live stream about all things Zumi stand-up. All of you watching will have the chance to test your news knowledge in the chat and potentially win prizes, as well as show us how your vote back in November is shaping what's going on in the world today. We'll have discussions with Voto Latino and Rock the Vote, and interviews with the best brands raising their voices. In addition, for everyone in the Discord, we want to hear what you're all doing in your community. Every month, we'll feature one of you guys on the show and hook you up with a Zumi's gift card.
So drop in the chat and tell us what you're standing up for in your community. We might have a few surprises for you if you do. A bit later in the show, we got Camille Martin from Voto Latino joining to help us break down a few of the biggest news stories directly connected to your vote. We also got Shani Joe Darden, who is the founder of Keep a Breast, joining us to tell us about the brand that we're all standing up for.
And we're back. Did you miss us? We missed you. Hey, Garfield, what time is it?
It's time to test your news knowledge with our news quiz, Do You Know the News? Here's how this is going to work. We have a bunch of trivia from this week's news for you all to answer. Drop your answer in the chat and we'll pick up one of the correct answers at random to win. Alex, what could they win?
So if you guessed the right answer and you've got a good shot of a prize from Keep a Breast, I said that right, Keep a Breast, and a $25 Zumi's gift card.
Hey, I love it. Okay, guys, let's get rolling. Here's the first question. The U.S. Education Department is investigating 5 states after mask mandate bans. Name 2 of those states. Hint, 5 states that these are not are Washington, Alaska, Maine, New York, or Texas.
Now, I got to give it to you. That's a pretty good hint. Only like 46 states left? I don't know.
That's true. For someone to get that accurate, oh my gosh.
I don't know. You guys are pretty credible. I think I'd have a hard time with that one. I don't even think I could say the states in alphabetical order.
Me either. I can't.
That's tough.
I don't even think I can name all the states right now. No, seriously, I don't think I can. I'll probably do like 20.
Are there 50 or 51? That's my big question. I'm kidding. Come on, get your answers in, guys. Let's get it. Let's get it. Who's gonna win it?
Let's do this.
Who's gonna win it? Oh, the anxiety's building.
Okay, so it looks like we got a winner.
Oh, let's hear it. Let's hear it.
It's going to be Bold Narwhal. They stated Utah and Iowa. All right, so the correct answers are Iowa, Oklahoma, South Carolina, Tennessee, and Utah. You just won $25 Zoomies gift card. That's so dope. The story behind that, right? The Education Department has launched investigation into 5 states who prohibits on universal mask mandates in schools. They run afoul of civil rights laws protecting students with disabilities. Federal officials announced this on Monday. The department's civil rights head wrote to state education leaders in Iowa, Oklahoma, South Carolina, Tennessee, and Utah, notifying them the department's office for civil rights will determine whether the prohibitions are restricting access for students who are protected under federal law from discrimination based on their disabilities and are entitled to a free, appropriate public education. Wow.
Bold Narwhal. Whew, that was
amazing.
Shout out to Narwhal as well. That's great. Enjoy your gift card. It looks like I've got the next question.
There you go, Alex.
Let's hope mine's a little bit easier because I'm still stuck on 51 states. What is the name of the 13-year-old skater from Brazil who just took home their first Street League first place over the weekend? I'll give you guys a hint as well. They're also podiumed during the Summer Olympics.
Tick tock, tick tock.
You know, there's so many young skaters just coming up and just absolutely humbling me. I thought that I had something going, but good grief, these kids got talent.
Exactly.
I'd be impressed if I could do a kickflip still. All right, so it looks like we got a winner pretty quickly. And forgive me if I'm saying this wrong. The Draco got the answer right at Raisa Leal. And I'll tell you a story about that. Am I saying that right? Is that Raisa Leal? The Olympic silver medalist with 6.8 million Instagram followers. Props for that. Rose to the occasion, coming from behind the win to win the women's final of the Street League Skateboarding Championships tour stop in Salt Lake City. Hours later, Gustavo Ribeiro, who's also a 20-year-old young man of Portugal, pulled off an even bigger upset in the men's final by topping Street League Skateboarding's dominator, Nyjah Houston, the legend himself, at Huntington Beach, California.
Oh, that's awesome, Alex. Okay, now I got the next question, the third question. When is the California recall election? No hints whatsoever.
One of the 365 days out of the year. You've got a 1 in 365 chance of hitting it.
I'll just give you one hint. It's this month.
There you go. Now it's a 1 in 30? Are there 2 in September? I like those odds better.
See, there we go.
Get those answers in. Oh, we got a winner.
Okay. We already got a winner. Wow. Okay. It goes to Junior Boy Vice. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Yes, you're right. September 14th is the answer. Yes. So this is the story behind it. Officially, the recall election is on September 14th, but because it's happening under an extension of pandemic rules that were created during the 2020 presidential election, that's really more of a deadline that is an election day in a more traditional sense. Ballots returned by mail must be postmarked by September 14th. You don't need a stamp. You should just already have a return envelope. Voters can also return ballots to a secure drop box by September 14th at 8 p.m. Woo!
Props to the winner again. Enjoy yourself. I've got the next question. What was the total cost of the past budget resolution? You guys ready for your hint? It's more than $1 trillion, which is a lot of money.
Yes.
How many zeros is that, Garfield? 9? Is that 9 zeros?
I think 9, 8 or 9. It's one of those. I think it's 9. I think it's roughly 9. Yeah, you're right.
It's a really good problem to have when you lose count of how many zeros you have, I think.
Yes. I wish I could look at my bank account like that sometimes. Just lose the zeros and be like, whoa.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I can get with that. Or like Doritos. A trillion Doritos would be good too. Shout out to Doritos.
Favorite bag of Doritos, Alex?
Oh, dude, the original. Do you know wrong? There's no repercussions.
Nacho cheese minus Cool Ranch.
Ooh, someone as cool as yourself liking Cool Ranch. I can see that.
Thank you, Alex. Thank you.
We have a winner.
Yes, you do.
We have a winner. Maybe? Do we have a winner? Wait a second. Come on, guys. I think we have a winner. I know you know the answer. It's a lot of money. The hidden 1999 $3.5 trillion. And I'll get into a short story about basically why it costs so much. So following the passing of the $1 trillion infrastructure bill, which again is a lot of zeros, Senate Democrats pushed through a budget resolution to spend $3.5 trillion on healthcare, education, and climate change. That is huge. That's so huge. It's trillions huge. Back to you, Garfield.
Woo, okay, guys, here we go. Here's the last one for everybody, all right? Indigenous land management helped control which state's bootleg fire? Hint, it's on the West Coast.
That narrows it down.
It could be anywhere in the West Coast.
Would be my guess for anything, because it's like 50%.
Honestly, because I would think of any fire, just any fire, I would just think California. Anything in the West Coast, honestly.
That would be my guess 9 times out of 10, but I guess that we'll find out here in a few seconds.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay, looks like we got a winner. That was quick and that was fast. It goes to Malone Cake or 69. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Malone Cake at 69. You won. Oh my gosh. Okay, here's a quick story. When the bootleg fire approached the Sycan March Preserve, the fire weakened and slowed down, allowing firefighters to steer the blaze away from the research station. The Nature Conservancy worked with local Klamath tribes to use pre-colonial forest management techniques. This includes prescribed fire, which are controlled burns that clear fire fueling vegetation, renew soil, and prevent bigger runaway blazes. Amazing.
Major shout out to Bold Narwhal, the Draco, Junior Bo Vice, and Malone. We'll keep it classy. For your prizes, guys. Next up, we're heading over to Cassidy. Little round of applause as she asks our customers if they know the latest pop culture news. And after that, we'll be back with Camille and the update with Voto Latino. See you soon.
Hey.
Alright, what's up guys? This is Cassidy Priest. I am once again going to be your field reporter live from Salt Lake City, Utah, even though I'm actually a little farther south. I'm in Orem today. We're going to be hanging out with some customers and some employees. We're going to be asking them some questions for some gift cards. If they can get 3 of the 5 right, they'll actually win a $50 Zoomies gift card, which is also exciting. These are all, once again, based on current events. So I'm excited to see who we can find who actually can answer some of these questions, and let's have some fun while we do it. Okay, so I'm gonna ask you guys 5 questions. If you get 3 of the 5 right, you get a $50 Zoomies gift card. Sound good? Okay, you guys can help each other. Okay, so you only have 15 seconds to answer each question,
15?
though. Yes. Okay, so question number 1. Can you name the month that is for Breast Cancer Awareness Month?
I played football in high school, so I'm gonna have to go with October.
It is October,
Yeah.
yes. Okay.
October.
October?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, all right. How long is the term for a U.S. Supreme Court justice?
Lifetime?
It is lifetime.
Lifetime.
It is lifetime, which is not always the best. Okay, number 3. Fortnite introduced players to be able to relive which historic speech?
I play that game and I don't even know. Let me get the.
Take a wild guess. You got 15 seconds.
The Martin Luther King speech.
It is, yeah. I have a dream.
Let's go with I have a dream.
It is. It actually is by MLK.
Let's go! One more, baby.
It's actually
one more.
really cool to watch. Okay. Good news is you've actually answered 3 already, so you haven't failed.
Yes.
Good job. Okay. All right, so which 2013 app has made a resurgence this month?
Ooh, is it TikTok?
I have no idea.
Not TikTok. Have you heard of Yik Yak?
No.
All right, it's called Yik Yak. It's interesting. I wouldn't suggest it, but it works.
I know what it is.
Yeah, I mean, I know when it sounds like, oh, it's back. Here we go. Then which celebrity was announced to make history with the first ever same-sex pairing on the next season of Dancing with the Stars?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Take a wild guess. They're in like, think of pop culture.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Pop culture?
Let's go with Michael Jackson.
I don't know.
You're good.
Can I get a hint? Is it a guy or a girl?
Girl.
It's a girl?
Yeah. Michael Jackson is not alive.
Uh,
Somebody who's alive.
Michael Jordan.
Huh. Pop culture.
5 seconds.
Let's go with, I don't even know what pop culture is. Dude, I can't think right now.
So it's
Michael
actually
Jordan.
it was actually JoJo Siwa.
JoJo Siwa.
Yeah. Hey, but guess
I
what?
actually think I've heard of that.
Yeah.
I actually think I've heard of that.
You got 3 of the 5, which means you get a
I
$50
did. I got
gift
the
card.
first 3.
Great
Thank
job!
you.
Yay! Woo! All right. Okay, hey, guess what? You guys got 3 of the 5 right, so you won a $50 gift card. Good job! Awesome. Thank you, guys.
Farewell!
Thank you for being a part of this show.
Welcome back to Stand Up TV, Camille. We know you go between Texas and DC. Where are you joining us from?
I am at our nation's capital right now, Washington, D.C. We got like mad rain 2 nights ago. Woke up at 3:30 a.m. with crazy lightning, but today it's sunny and 70 degrees. So yeah, I'm here.
There we go. So what's new since the last time we saw you?
So much, so little. I don't know. I just feel like it's been such a crazy news week. So I'm ready to dive in.
Okay. Alex, off to you.
We're stoked to have you, Camille. Again, third time to see you, and I'm so happy to have you back here with us again. On this segment, we're going to do a deeper dive into some recent news that you just mentioned that directly connects to all of our votes from last November. I see a couple things have went down. First, we're going to cover 4 topics in 10 minutes. Well, try to, of course. First up, Camille, can you share with us a little about what's happening in California with the governor's recall?
Yeah, for sure. So we heard like in our last segment that the recall election is happening September 14th. What is a recall election? So basically the governor, Gavin Newsom, is facing recall, right? What this election is, and I personally had to learn about it. I really didn't know what a recall election even was because I've never voted in one. It's an election where the constituency is trying to basically change who is in power. This ballot is crazy. It only has 2 questions on it. Question 1 is, and this is the question I have in front of me, shall Gavin Newsom be recalled from the office of governor? A no vote keeps him in office. A yes vote kicks him out of office. And there's something crazy like over 45 people who are running for governor right now in the state of California. So this is really important about the first question on the ballot. So if more than 50% of people vote no, Newsom will stay in office. So basically, if he gets any total that's under 50%, he's out. He's not governor anymore. And he will be replaced by whoever receives the most votes out of that like bank of 45 people in question 2. So it is a race that is, a bit complicated to understand, but it's really critical, really important. We encourage you to vote if you're in California. You should have received a mail-in ballot if you are a California registered voter. Be sure you postmark it and return it by September 14th. We have a lot of resources on the recall election on our Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Voto Latino. We encourage you to check them out to learn about the candidates, to learn about how our organization is really using our voice for this election specifically. But yeah, it's an interesting election. I'm curious to see what the result is going to be. And again, if you're a native Californian, be sure that you cast your ballot. I will say the deadline to register and receive your mail-in ballot has passed. It was August 30th, but the good news about California is that you can register to vote on the same day that you vote. So if you haven't received your ballot, if you moved, whatever the case may be, if you aren't registered quite yet, go to a polling site near you. You can find it on votolatino.org, register to vote, and then at the same time cast your ballot. Again, that date is September 14th.
Cool. So that deadline's closing in, and honestly, if he gets voted out, it could be anyone's game. 45 people, that's a lot of people to go.
It's a lot of people, and there's a college kid on there, I want to say.
Oh, man.
Really funny to see, not funny, interesting to see everyone that's on that list. So if you got
I hope it goes good for California.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's insane. Best of luck to Cali. Garfield, I'm going to pass it to you, man.
Okay, I got the next topic, Camille. Can you help us shed light on the current Texas situation?
Phew.
Most definitely. So as y'all know, I am from Texas. I grew up in El Paso, went to school outside of Austin. I have lots of family all over the state. So September 1st was yesterday. Senate Bill 8 was enacted into office. Unfortunately, the Supreme Court did not overturn it. So basically, abortion in Texas is, it's impossible to obtain one. This new law, Senate Bill 8, bans abortion at approximately 6 weeks of pregnancy. So that's literally 2 weeks after a missed period, before most people know that they're even pregnant. What's crazy about this law, first and foremost, I am extremely frustrated that it is enacted into law, but it places a bounty, that's right, a bounty on vulnerable Texans and abortion advocates. So, private individuals from any and everywhere can sue anyone who helps someone get an abortion after 6 weeks in Texas. So people could sue Uber drivers if someone booked an Uber to go get an abortion. If folks win in court, they can collect $10,000 for each abortion, paid by the person who assisted someone in accessing care. So this law is super impactful. It restricts basic health care from the lives of so many people in Texas. This law really severely impacts Black and Latinx Texans specifically, and people with limited resources the most. On average, you all know Texas is such a massive state. Pregnant Texans will have to travel 248 miles, again, on average, in the midst of a pandemic to access a safe abortion. So, it is extremely upsetting to see what has happened. I think what everyone can do right now is really share news on this bill, share how detrimental it is to healthcare statewide in Texas. You can encourage folks to visit needabortion.org. This is a website that the ACLU of Texas is promoting. If you know someone who is in need of abortion care in the state or who wants to know more about what's happening, again, it's needabortion.org. We've been posting a lot about it on our socials as well. It's extremely frustrating again, and I encourage everyone to look into it and be aware of what's going on in Texas.
Wow, Camille. And I was just about to ask, how can our viewers follow along or help? And honestly, that's amazing that you actually are standing up to that. That is amazing.
Yeah,
seriously.
It's difficult, right? And I personally have had trouble even reading the news about it. At the federal, the way the government works level, the answer to this right now is to demand for the end of the filibuster. And I know we talked about it the first episode we did together, right? So the filibuster is this very extremely old, archaic tool that the Senate uses to block progressive legislation specifically right now from passing. So if we put an end to the filibuster, we would be able right now, senators in office, to pass the Women's Health Protection Act, which will put a stop to this crazy bill in Texas. So you can visit votolatino.org to use our email tool to email your senator to advocate for the ending of the filibuster. I think that is an action you can take. You can also just see resources online. I know our social media is doing a really good job of posting articles about it, also different actions people can take. I recommend that you look at what the ACLU of Texas is up to, what Planned Parenthood in Texas is up to. There's also lots of local abortion funds on the ground in Texas that are posting updates. So use Instagram and Twitter as your tool, and don't be afraid to share what's going on with people, just to bring greater awareness to the situation.
Wow, that's amazing, Camille. Seriously, you are amazing. I love it.
Everyone is. I've learned from everyone. I do not possess all this knowledge, and I thank you all for giving me and Voto Latino the platform to speak with y'all.
Of course. I'm gonna pass it on to Alex.
I hope a lot of the Texan women over there get the support that they're gonna need. Wow.
Yes.
Not to pull it too far too fast. Would you be okay with going into the vaccination rates and how we can make sure our loved ones are protected against these new variants that are just tackling places like Florida so hard?
Yeah, for sure. We saw last week that the Pfizer vaccine got FDA approved. I know that this was a barrier that some people were having, right? They were waiting for the vaccines to get this regulation. Well, we got it. I was vaccinated back in late April of this year. I can say that, both times I was vaccinated, I felt a little under the weather. It lasted maybe a day, but I know that I now have the protection and the safety I need to go to work, to visit friends, to, eat inside at restaurants again. It's
have a face.
Yeah, literally to be able to not wear a mask when I'm in my own home. I'm in my own home. That's the caveat. But I know a statistic that I threw out last call was that in Texas, and again I know Texas because that's my home state. 99.5% of people who died due to COVID-19 since February 8th of this year were unvaccinated. This rate alone should get you to jump out of your seat if you're unvaccinated and get the vaccine. They're super accessible. I will say, our organization is partnering with Uber to get you free rides to and from vaccine clinics and appointments. All you have to do is call our hotline. It is 855-497-2117. I know that number is a lot to remember. I'll say it again right now, but it's posted all over our Instagram and Twitter. If you don't remember it, just DM us and we'll DM it right back to you. Again, it's 855-497-2117, and you can call in to get free rides if transportation is a barrier to go get your vaccine.
I'm one of those people that it has a really, really, really hard time with needles. And I did the whole sit down and just don't look. And I didn't even realize that they did it the first time and the second time. It was really a breeze, and it's crazy. Go get vaccinated.
Mm-hmm.
Not to speak out of turn, go get vaccinated. Come on. Agree.
I agree with Alex. So that's the update with Voto Latino. Thanks, Camille. Anything you want to say to our audience before you go, especially with the vaccinations?
Yeah, go get vaccinated if you haven't already, or encourage your friends and family members to get vaccinated. I know the report this week was a bit grim, not super joyful, honestly, but this is why it's important for us to stay educated and to know what's going on, and to talk to friends about what's going on. So again, thank you all for having me. I really appreciate it, and I will see y'all next month.
We're so stoked, Camille. You're awesome. Thanks again. And we're going to check in with Cassidy on our field report to check on her community and test their knowledge of everything happening on the news and pop culture. Following that, we'll be right back with Shani Joe from Keep Abreast. Don't go anywhere.
You want to win some gift cards? Yeah! All right, so I'm gonna ask you 5 questions. If you can get 3 of the 5 right, you get a $50 Zoomies gift card.
Okay,
Sound
sweet.
good? Okay. Question number 1. Can you name the month that is for Breast Cancer Awareness Month?
October.
It is October.
Yeah.
You got that one. There you go. It is October. Nice. All right. How long is the term for a U.S. Supreme Court justice?
Supreme Court Justice.
No idea. Let's go with 2 years.
For life.
It is actually for life. Nice. Okay, so Fortnite. Do you play Fortnite? Your nephews play
My
Fortnite?
nephew that definitely plays Fortnite, but I have not touched the console for years.
Oh, well, no wonder you're angry. Fortnite has introduced players to be able to relive which historic speech?
Oh, Martin Luther King, have a drink.
Yes, okay, so.
I saw that on Instagram.
Oh, did you? I know, it's actually, I think it's so cool. If you haven't watched it, look it up.
Really cool.
The Martin Luther King Jr.
It is, yes, nice, dude. You already got 3. So, which 2013 app made a resurgence this month?
This month?
Yeah. It's been out for like a week.
Oh no.
TikTok?
Okay, it's Yip Yap.
I've never even heard
Okay.
of that.
Which celebrity was announced to actually make history with being the first ever same-sex pairing on the next season of Dancing with the Stars?
George Washington.
This is a wild guess.
I don't watch the new TV. Oh man.
It's a female. I'll give you that.
I don't know.
All right, it's actually JoJo Siwa.
Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to say. That's exactly what I was gonna say.
You were so close because it's JoJo Siwa, so you said Joe, and I was like, oh my no. We should have had your wife answer these questions, bro.
I know.
Hey, but guess what? You won $50 gift card.
Shut up.
Yeah,
What?
yeah.
Then I obviously did not you.
Good job.
Yeah, Colin gets it.
Colin gets it. The baby gets it.
For that.
You got 3 of the 5, which means you get $50
I did. I got
gift
the
card.
first 3.
Great
Thank
job!
you.
Yay! Woo! You
Killed
didn't.
it.
All right, everyone. That was a lot of fun. We had a good time. Gave out some gift cards, which was really awesome. So I'll be back for our next installment of Zoomy Stand Up with some more questions. Definitely some more fun. Hopefully with this guy.
Let's go!
Look at that cute baby. Look at him. Oh. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you for being a part of this show.
Oh, we're back. I'm very excited to introduce our special guest. We've mentioned her like 5 times, so if you haven't been paying attention, you're going to be surprised. It's Shani Joe from Keep Abreast. Hello.
Hey, hey.
How are you?
Good, awesome. Stoked to be here with you guys today.
We're stoked to have you. Thank you so much for joining us. Would you mind briefly introducing yourself and your brand to our audience?
I'm Shani Joe, and I'm the founder of Keep Abreast. You probably know Keep Abreast from our I Love Boobies bracelets, which are coming back into Zoomies this October for Breast Cancer Prevention Month. We do work all over the world educating young people about breast cancer prevention and early detection.
Beautiful. I love it. I would love to hear from you a little bit of the story behind what inspired you to start Keep Abreast.
Well, I started Keep Abreast 21 years ago, so it's been going for so long now. And I started the organization when I had a friend who was in her 20s who was diagnosed with breast cancer. And it's not something that you talk about that much, you know, especially young people. And 20 years ago, things were even a lot different before Keep Abreast started. We didn't have GoFundMe, and we didn't have Instagram, we didn't have Facebook, we didn't have all these tools that are available now to reach out. So I just started really small in my own community, which was action sports. I worked in the action sports industry and started doing events and making educational tools, not only to raise money for my friend who had breast cancer, but also to really educate my peers about prevention, and that it does happen to women. It's not that are young. It's not just this disease that happens to our mothers or our grandmothers. It happens to our friends and our sisters.
Beautiful. I love it. Seriously, I've been wearing your brand since I was 13. I'm 24 now, and my mom just beat breast cancer. So it's just like the fact that it's coming back into Zoomies, I'm going to support 100%. I love it.
Thanks. We're going to wait to see your store, number one. Or California store. I don't know.
Thank you.
Garfield, congrats on your mom, and Shani, congrats on and I hope I'm not speaking out of turn saying this, but Keep a Breast is old enough to drink. That's amazing. That's 21 years. That's an admirable feat. You've been kicking and screaming for a long time on such an important topic. On your website, it looks like you have an app.
We do.
What's up with that?
It's free. It's gorgeous. It shows you how to do your self-check, and it also will help you set an automatic reminder. So it's not something that also you forget, or maybe you don't know how. So you can download it, you can share it with your friends, you can share it with your family members, and it will send you an automatic reminder once a month, little push notification that it's time to check yourself. And then you just get in there and you do it. And just in case you happen to find something, we have a partnership with an organization called Carbon Health. So you can connect with a virtual care provider within 10 minutes. So it's something that is like, normally if you do find something that's very scary, you go on Google, you get very worried, maybe you don't have an appointment for 6 months or 10 months. This way you can really get care right away and address any concerns that you might have.
For the sake of everybody in the chat, if you don't mind me asking, how long on average does it take to check yourself for breast cancer?
I mean, do it right now.
I mean, seconds, right? Like it takes just a few seconds, right?
It doesn't take long, and there's no wrong way to do it. It's
there's no excuse.
Yeah, you
download it.
Watching TV, lying in bed, like looking at your phone, like whatever.
Yes.
It's just about creating and knowing what is normal for you and not making it weird. It's something that you can do with your partner. A lot of times it's a partner who's going to find a lump in their partner's breast because maybe they're touching their boobs more than the actual person. So we could say boobs many times on today's Twitch.
We love boobs. Take your boobs. Take care of your boobs. Garfield, over to you.
Oh my gosh, I love it. So we all know and love the booby bracelets. So what else do you make, and how can we get a hold of some of your products, Shani?
Well, we have our products now back in Zoomies. So many of the Zoomies stores all have the Keep a Breast belts. And then pretty soon you're going to see our classic I Love Boobies bracelets. We have black, pink, black, green, black, blue. So we have a bunch of colorways coming. And also stickers are coming soon to Zoomies. I Love Boobies stickers. So I hope all of you watching will go to Zoomies and support Keep a Breast, and all the funds, everything that you spend at Zoomies goes to helping either someone who's diagnosed with breast cancer, because we have a grant program for women of color who are breast cancer survivors that we're able to provide $500 grants to 200 women across the country. So we're giving away $100,000 in grants this year, a lot of cash.
How can we get your shirt? I love your shirt. Where can we get your shirt?
You gotta
asking the right question.
You gotta DM me for that one. That's like special order only.
Okay, well, I'm gonna DM you, Shani. You better answer that because I want that shirt.
I'll hook you up.
Okay, thank you.
I'm so excited. My cheeks are starting to hurt, and we're just now getting into this. All right. So a lot of colors are coming, and I'm going to say coming back because this is something that we have had previously. It's super nostalgic for me, and I'm so excited about it. Aside from the recent collection that's dropped, what else is upcoming so we can keep an eye out for that?
Yeah, as far as product goes, we have small amount of product on the Keep a Breast website in our shop, but we also have collaborations. You guys know Rasta Clot. So Rostaclot has a Keep a Breast bracelet that you sell in Zoomies, and you just can stay up to date with us on our Instagram and our website, and support our programs through our grant program. And also, really, the best thing you can do is download our app and share it with your friends. You can save someone's life just by sharing an app.
It takes seconds, and it's honestly probably really fun. Last year we had an absolute blockbuster election. The results, which had pretty far-reaching consequences across a lot of different communities. How do you think about voting and its potential to impact the communities that you're involved in?
I mean, it's a really big deal, and especially just what we were talking about earlier about women's rights in Texas. Access to healthcare is a huge deal, and it's a huge deal across all different backgrounds of people, of women, and of education. And that is why I love our app so much, is because it's free access to healthcare for women. And we have it available in English and French, and this year we're launching Spanish. So we all know in the US we have so many Spanish-speaking communities, and I really hope to be able to make an impact within the Spanish speakers of the US, but also in Mexico. We're working with a lot of organizations and hospitals in Mexico. So women's rights, it's ridiculous that we still have to be talking about these things like abortion and access to breast health and things like that. It really seems like we've gone back in time, but it's important.
Yeah.
Exactly. So wait, one last question before my last question. Someone on the chat, Bronzy Lettuce 9, asked a really good question. Shani, are we able to donate? Where are we able to donate somewhere? That's what they asked.
You can donate everywhere.
Everywhere.
Really, if you just go to the Keep a Breast website, y'all will put it in the chat for us. You can donate right there on our website, and that's the best way to make a donation.
Okay, well, Bronzy Lettuce, you heard that. You know where to donate now. So one thing I want to say to you, Shani, your brands have been extremely inspiring and making a real impact with our community. What advice would you give to our audience to stand up for what matters to them?
I think it's just, first of all, it's figuring out what matters to you, right? What is important to you? I always ask people, what makes you mad? What makes you super pissed off? Those are the things that are going to give you that extra energy to dig deep inside of you and know what you want to stand up for. So whether it's global warming, whether it's women's rights, whether it's recycling, anything, and start small, start in your own community, volunteer, figure out what you can do to show support right where you live. I mean, I just started Keep a Breast in San Diego with a few friends 21 years ago, and now we're working all over the world helping millions of women. So you just pick something that makes you get that and then from there, that's going to give you the drive to take it to the next step.
I am absolutely on the fact that this is almost over, and I don't want it to be, because it's Keep a Breast. I'm going to actually put the spotlight on you, pun intended. I've been waiting on that one. Did you like that? There you go. All right. Is there anything else that you'd like to share with our audience?
I'm just stoked to be here today, and I'm so excited to be back working with Zoomies. We've been working with you guys for over 10 years now. We've educated, seriously, millions of Zoomies customers, and so it's a great opportunity to get this next generation of young people educated about prevention, early detection, and also give that nostalgic vibe to those of you that already love and support Keep a Breast. So thanks for having me, and you guys are the best.
Shani, I can say in 110% confidence that Garfield and myself are going to bust our asses for you and your company. And to all the viewers watching, if you haven't downloaded the app, what are you doing? Why? Do it. Do it. I'm going to do it when I finish. Again, thank you so much for joining us on Stand Up. Good luck with everything with Keep a Breast. And we really hope to stay in touch with you and watch you thrive and survive and keep on keeping on. If you guys click the Twitch banner below this stream, to check out the product on zoomies.com. I'm going to pass it over to Garfield. Shani, you're awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Garfield. Thanks,
Thank you,
y'all.
Shani.
Thanks, Alex.
All right, now we're going to have a board building race.
Oh,
See
man.
if you think Wyatt or Molly are going to finish their board first. Then we'll actually got none other than our field reporter, Cassidy Priest, live. Let's roll it, and then we'll be right back with this month's community highlight.
All right. Hello, everyone. This is Cassidy Priest. I am so excited to actually be doing this live with you. So I'm actually in our district location in South Jordan, Utah, and you actually get to meet, this is Jerica. She's the store manager.
Hello, what's up?
So come see her. This is awesome. But we actually are going to see if we can talk to somebody live and see if they can answer the same questions you've heard us ask earlier. So we actually, I'll show you, he's right here. Will?
Yeah.
This is Will. Okay, so I'm going to ask Will some questions. Let me come with me where we can be a little bit more lit. So, but yeah, how are you?
I'm great.
Is that an independent shirt?
Yes, it is.
I like it. See, good style already. This is a good start. All right, so we're gonna come over here where there's a little bit better light. Okay, so, all right, I'm gonna have you stand right here. Okay, all right, so I'm gonna ask you 5 questions. If you can get 3 of the 5 right, you'll actually get a $50 Zoomies gift card.
Awesome. Okay.
Sound good? Okay, cool. All right, so question number 1. Can you name which month is for breast cancer awareness?
Is it October?
It is October. Okay, good job. So, because a lot of people seem to know that one. I'm actually really impressed with that, but I'm stoked on it. Okay, so number 2. Can you tell me how long a term is for a Supreme Court justice?
I want to say, is it forever?
It is forever. So it feels like forever for a couple of them, but we'll just keep it to ourselves. Okay, and then awesome. All right, so that's 2 so far. Okay, so do you play Fortnite?
I used to.
You used to? Okay, all right. So Fortnite has introduced players to be able to relive which historic speech?
Is it Martin Luther King Jr.?
It is Martin Luther King. This is awesome, dude. Number 3. I like this. Yeah. So it's the I Have a Dream speech. So if you haven't seen it, seriously look it up. You can find a whole bunch of stuff on YouTube and Instagram. It's really cool. Okay, number 3. or number 4 actually, sorry, I know what I'm doing. So which 2013 app has made a resurgence this month?
Oh, shoot.
In a minute, you got like 15 seconds.
Is it a social media?
It's a social media one, yes. And I'll have you come a little closer so that I can hear you too. If you
Is it Pinterest?
It's not Pinterest. Pinterest. Did Pinterest go anywhere? I don't know. I'm not good with that. But no, it's not. So all right. So hey, you still have 3 so far. Okay, so it's actually Yik Yak.
Oh, okay. I got that.
Maybe don't, but no, do like check it out, everyone. I'm not telling you what not to do, but it's something that's interesting. Okay, all right. So number 5. This has been a hard question. Which celebrity has been announced to make history with being the first same-sex pairing on next season's Dancing with the Stars?
Oh, I have no clue.
You have no. Okay, so it's a female. I'll give you that hint. Think pop culture. Recently.
I got nothing.
Okay. Do you know who JoJo Siwa is?
Oh yeah.
So it's actually JoJo Siwa, which is so cool. I've never watched that show, but the fact that it's actually going to be historic, I might actually tune in to see how it goes. But what I'm excited about is you actually won because you got 3.
Awesome.
What'd you pick? What do you have?
I have some shirts.
Yeah. Okay, well, this will definitely get your T-shirt at least. But I'm so excited because I have a gift card for
Awesome.
you.
Thank you so much.
So you guys, yeah, this is Will. He's hanging out with us in South Jordan, so I'm so excited. If we had a couple more people in here, I mean, we can talk to Jerica, but we can save that for next time. So with that, though, I'm actually excited to be able to pass it back to Garfield and Alex after we're able to roll back with a community highlight that we have to share with you. Bye, everyone.
All right, we put in the word on Discord a little while back that we want to hear you're standing up in your communities. We heard from a bunch of you, but today we decided to feature a story from one of you who's standing up for their environment in our community.
I'm so ecstatic right now because I have waited a long time to see this person. Ezra on Discord spoke about how their community often works to prevent things such as suicide, racism, and things such as bullying. We invited them on to help us share some more about this. Welcome, Ezra. Would you like to tell us a little bit about yourself and where you're coming in from?
Hello. Well, basically, this all started when I was in middle school. We would have different programs that all came together, decided that they wanted to make a change. And it all started basically with, first of all, just cleaning up communities, and then it moved on more to people. So it was trying to keep people happy with themselves, happy with and making that they weren't hurting themselves.
Wow, that's beautiful. So thanks for hopping on, Astra. So my first question is, how do you initially get involved? Like, how did you initially get involved? And so long have you been involved?
It hasn't been that long, maybe like 2 years since then, actually, only. It started pretty randomly. It was just a random thing that my science teacher announced. It was like, oh, this is going to be a community thing, and anyone who wants to join is welcome to help. They put up posters. Everyone that passed by in the community was allowed to come in, help around. It just started like that.
Oh, beautiful.
So I will say you're a little quiet and I'm having a little difficult time hearing you, but I did catch all of that. So I'm going to ask because I've waited so long to talk to you about this. So how many people are involved?
It's really, there's no set number at all, to be honest. It's all based off of whoever feels like it. It was most of the grades that were part of the school. People that were coming from the community, parents, children, teenagers, they were all helping out.
That's awesome. It kind of caught like wildfire in the best phrase I could say. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, it's awesome. So I do have another question for you. Would you like to get more people involved?
I would invite anybody who could really to help, not just here even, just go out and do it on your own, in your own community. It's something that could help universally. It's not just one thing that has to be done by a group of people. Anyone could make the change.
You're gonna have to write this down. You're like inspiring me right now. That's
Seriously.
awesome. Props to you, and thank you so much for speaking up. I can hear you crystal clear now. Garfield, I pass it back over to you.
So Ezra, what has been your favorite part, and which would you say has been the most challenging?
The most challenging part was definitely having to spend so long on it, but it wasn't that bad of a thing because you knew that it was ending with something good. You knew that in the end, everyone would be pleased with what they had accomplished, and no one would be going home upset with what they did. Everyone was helping out, everyone was doing good for their community, and so there was nothing really bad about it.
And what was your favorite part?
My favorite part was definitely getting to help other people. They were getting involved with everyone, and it wasn't really something I expected myself to be doing. So when I did do it, it made me proud of myself.
Wow.
That's
Wow, you're
amazing.
inspiring me. Like seriously, it's
I'm
amazing.
telling
I
you,
love
you're
that.
killing the game. I love that, you're stating things that are super important, like nothing happens overnight. You're aware that this is something that takes time, and
Mhm.
you're already crushing it. You've got so much support. What's some advice in which you could give others like myself and Garfield who are looking to get involved in communities and stand up and let their voice be heard?
If you're struggling to figure out what you want to do, just start off with what I started with. We started with a community cleanup, put up posters, invite people to come help, tell friends, post it on social medias, get everyone to be involved, really. And a lot of people come from that. It's not just one or two people. You have a whole group of people now coming, wanting to help out.
Wow. You
You're,
just
you're
inspired me.
just changing lives. You're killing it. You're killing it. It's, oh my goodness. Garfield, go ahead and finish it off, my
Yeah.
friend.
So, Ezra, thank you for sharing your story. For everyone else listening, we're looking for someone to feature on next month's show, doing something cool for your community. Whatever it is, we want to hear about it. Post how you've been standing up for your community in the Be On Stand Up TV channel on Discord for the chance to be featured and win a $500 Zoomies gift card.
That's going to be so awesome. I do want to finish it off with one last thing. Ezra, is there anything that you would like to say to our viewers?
Um, get out there, really. Don't be scared of it. It's not something that it will make you feel bad at the end of the day. It may be a little bit tiring, but you are going to feel good after it.
That's awesome. Good words, and it's so nice to put a face to a name, Ezra. Good luck on all your endeavors, and keep up the great work.
Thank you.
Of course. So that's basically going to be a wrap, guys. Sorry for the extra question there, Ezra, and thank you for responding in such a professional way. That's going to be a wrap. I want to thank Camille, Cassidy, Shaney, Joe, for joining us today. We also want to remind any of our viewers above the border in Canada that they have an important upcoming event coming right now. September 20th, the election. Do not forget to elect members of the House of Commons to the 44th Canadian Parliament. Do it, do it, do it. And thanks to all of you for tuning in, testing your news knowledge. Some of you guys know things that all of you know things that I don't know, and it just absolutely amazes me how credible you guys are. Thanks for hanging out with us, and Stand Up TV will be live again later in September, family.
Woof woof! Don't forget, from the LGBTQ plus community to the environment to just about anything you care about, you can impact all of it by voting, especially in local elections. Make sure you're registered and to know about elections in your state and city. How to do it? Head to www.rockthevote.org/how-to-vote for information on elections in your state to stand up and vote.
Man, I got to give you credit, Garfield, before we close this out. You nailed the website, and you nailed the LGBTQ, because I struggle just reading it. That's awesome. Good for you on hitting that, because I would stutter. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Don't forget, stand up, get involved, and keep voting. Canadians, go vote. It's important. Do it. See you all later in September on the next stream of Stand Up TV. Thank you guys so much for dealing with us today and hanging out.